So it was just Surunakio who went down to the Keshite horde that's in town or outside town, and went around, asked some questions, met a elf who's part of a Keshite horde, met a very ancient and rather creepy centaurus who sold them drugs.
Hell yeah.
and gave them black water.
Yeah, the black water. That's the amoeba juice.
Yes. It'll make you throw up and then kill you. Meanwhile, whilst this was occurring, who should they do first? Well, let me see. There are three groups remaining. There are Sada and Shunichi who are going. Remind me what you are doing, Sada and Shunichi.
I was looking for bland food for first.
Bland food for. Yeah.
Oh, right. For
I asked him if he needed anything because he's going to be trapped inside the whole time. So.
Right. So.
Flavors.
Too many flavors.
Wait, I have a curious question now.
A curious question.
It's a new style of asking.
Shut up, all of you. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So he's like very sensitive to a variety of flavors. What about a variety of smells? I assume that
Question.
Great question. Oh, I'm joking.
hasn't he been experiencing like a lot of new things?
Yeah. No, he's
Oh man, the rat people have a lot of weaknesses to exploit.
No, I mean, anytime you go into a new area, you're going to be treated to all manner of smells, but when you go into one city versus another city, yes, the cuisines will be different, so the smells of those will be different, and he has reacted to, like, the actual... Oh, as soon as they brought the food in, it's just like, oh, this is interesting, I don't know if I like this. But... once you're in a city, the city itself, cities actually sort of smell similar. People walking around, there's air, there's breezes that sort of circulate the air, so it's not like oppressive. But then, like, the regular city smells like sewage, other people, that sort of thing. That was in Krithilma as well.
Alright, I was like, kind of like, what if I spray some cologne in his face? But that's just rude, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it'd be rude for anybody, not just.
I wish Garland was alive. Too bad. Oh well.
Yep, too bad you had him.
Yeah, that's
murder one guy in a battlement and then get shot. Many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So. I have a cup of tea and we can continue. I love sitting down and ending up backing all the way over to here. Dorchester jail cell, #1 rated. What?
Let's go there.
Yeah. Let's go there.
Good reviews.
Yeah. #1 rated experience.
Oh my god.
A 1875 provincial jail I live in. Well, that would definitely be a unique experience.
Yeah. Sal, no.
Oh, they managed to fit a full bed in one.
Hell yeah.
Just one though.
No, actually there's a second one. It's just... okay. Anyway,
Man, it's not a collapse.
Yeah.
You can do it.
It's a true banger.
okay, so... I'm sorry, this is distracting me.
Yeah.
Let me get something a little bit
Rest in peace, Black Knight. Listen to him shred on that fucking MIDI guitar.
Alright.
Oh no.
Wait a second. I can still hear it.
Rhythm said nothing playing in the server. Maybe try queuing the next
Oh
thing.
God!
Maybe try
black-
queuing the next
Oh no!
There it goes.
Damn.
You can do it, you can do it!
I love this track. Speaking of
Sick.
bangers,
There we go. Got that RPG ambience.
So,
Bam,
Ah.
bam, 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 bam,
I should have just played the Castle Town song, yeah.
bam, bam, bam.
Oh yeah, got that Oblivion shit.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Alright, I'm back. Oblivion?
Yeah, there's Oblivion music playing.
I don't hear it. Oh, I had the rhythm bottoms muted for some reason.
Alright. So. Alright, so let's do you real quick.
All right.
Oh, so
Actually, no, we will save you for last
All right.
because you're just
Mine
getting.
is the most exciting.
Yeah, honestly.
Save the best for last.
the journey for the bland food.
You must
You're
get me. You must get me.
successful.
You must get me 7 boar skins if you want the bland food.
Honestly, Sada, you go to leave the palace, and Great asks you, "Hey, what are you looking for?" And you say, "Hey, bland food," and he's just like, "Okay, I'll ask them to make you some."
That's not for me.
Well, I'm
I
not
can
ask
handle
you
it.
I'll ask them to make whoever needs bland food some bland food.
Damn. All right then.
You win
Have a
this
nice day.
time.
So,
What was that reaction? Damn,
ow.
Damn.
he's doing what I need him to do. Shit.
I wanted to go on an adventure. Okay, so, Kasumi
Ew.
Oh no.
and
This
Pao.
is gonna kill all my bones.
What happened? That's odd. My well, shit.
What's going on?
Roll 20 like exploded for me.
Oh.
Oh,
Hate it when
you
that
know what? I probably hit back. I hit back in the roll 20 window, and it knocked off all the character sheets I had open in a different window.
Oh no.
So that
Oh.
sucks.
Tale as old as time.
Pain in the ass. Okay.
This is why paper is better. Than the digital.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Let's
yes.
all move over to just watching Sal's webcam as he makes.
Yeah.
Alright, move me 2 squares up.
No, not that way.
How could you misconstrue up?
He did it on the Z plane instead of the Y
Exactly.
plane.
Whoa.
What?
Okay. So, Kasumi and Paulina, you had the good idea of having a double date with Pascal and Tatsu.
The good
Alright.
idea.
Play
It's a
the
great
Vengabus.
idea. Oh no.
The what? You are not
Okay,
going
I'm
to a
gonna go
literal.
AFK back a second.
I would too. You're not expect to go to an actual theme park.
What?
How the campaign?
Who has
So-
a kazoo?
Nuva.
Wow, Nuva, he's always there with what you need in a pinch.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But the question is, what will you do? You don't really know the sights and sounds of the High Kingdom. You spent most of your time in the Low Kingdom last time when you were actually wandering around.
I mean, I just go to the community service, like the customer service desk, and ask for like a pamphlet.
Yes, the entire city's customer service desk. I
Yes.
think you might be thinking a little bit more modern than the city has achieved.
We're going to Sam's Labyrinth.
What is that? What?
It's only the greatest experience a person can have on this mortal plane.
Yeah.
Perhaps you
Oh.
should ask someone. In fact, if you are asking someone, you would be able to ask any of the servants, or perhaps Great for suggestions on what to visit in the city during your idle time.
Sam's Labyrinth.
Jake, please don't.
Okay. Okay, what is there fun to do around town in High Town?
The High Kingdom. Well,
Yeah.
you could eat.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
there's also restaurants in the noble tier. Well, restaurants, eateries, those sorts of things. Or you could go, or if your tastes are more like the regular adventurer, down in the market tier, they have things, bars and such, taverns, more angled towards the adventuring crowd. There's the garden tier, which has various amusements.
Go to the garden tier. Let's go to the garden tier, I guess.
I like amusements, I guess.
All right. Well, then you head down the various ramps and stairways down several tiers to the garden tier. And suddenly, as you step out of one enclosed staircase, you are surrounded by trees and bushes and hedges arranged into a labyrinth. No. kidding.
Why not?
Well, actually, it is rather enclosed and grown in. And while this area outside of the staircase is rather open, you can see that the paths leading away from it very quickly lose themselves in the trees, and you think that you could get lost in here. There is a Minotaur guard, so just standing watch, hefting his great axe and taking stock of the various people who go past. Although right now, being midday, most people are working, so there are relatively few in the garden tier itself. What do you do?
I go ask the guard what amusements are within this garden. Is there a hedge maze? Where's the hedge maze?
The entire garden's essentially a maze.
Okay, well,
3 Minotaurs.
is there something at like the center of it that I should be curious about?
Yeah, it's the ziggurat. It's right behind you.
Ooh.
Well, it's not really a mystery, is it?
Oh.
Yeah, like I mean, there it
The
is.
garden
golden-
tier
the
goes
golden
around
goose.
in a square around the edge of the ziggurat like all the other tiers. So
Oh, I see.
So I could see the ziggurat from here, but is there like something special at the bottom of the ziggurat?
no, if you go to the bottom of the ziggurat, you're outside the city.
Wait, so this maze leads outside the city?
What?
No, this maze is a tier above the lowest tier.
What?
The maze is a circle. Or
Maze is a square.
Why is this so intricate? Oh, Minotaurs.
Fucking minotaurs.
You'll find within this maze, besides just relaxation and a nice wandering walk, the following attractions. He takes out a scroll, unfurls it in front of him, and goes. The Hall of Reflection, the
Ooh.
Boat Pond, Magni Magnus's Mine Cars,
Wait a minute.
Oh wait, wait.
the
Call me back
Carousel, the Great Field, a food court, and
Not the food court. I've heard tales.
My God.
Mahoon's Salon.
What?
Mafoon Salon.
Mahoon's. And he rolls the scroll up again, puts it into a scroll case, and puts it back to where it was hanging on his side. Do you need any other information?
Do we just wander until we find these places in the maze?
I'd find that very funny.
What?
If you were to do so.
What?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Mm.
He said
Yeah,
he would
weird,
find
but-
it funny, so you should do it.
He thinks it's fun,
You can make a
kind of
perception check.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Wait, did it?
Oh, I like this music.
It's from The Hobbit. No, Lord of the Rings.
Thank you.
Paulina, you note that on each of the paths is a small sign saying various things that are down those paths.
Oh.
We had to put those up because the dwarves kept getting lost.
Yeah, sure.
Those
An interest.
idiots.
Yeah. Mm.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Let's adventure into the maze.
Okay. Well, that's a good question. So, you could just ignore the signs and wander randomly and see where you reach first. Or you could go to something specific. Would you like the list of what there is?
I want the minecart.
I want the mine carts as well.
It's very
So
bad.
you're just going straight for the minecarts.
I mean, wait. Do we wander and hope
Ooh.
we find the minecarts, or
The minecarts were actually the friends you made along
Or
the
the-
way.
Where did the
Make
minecarts
it-
find you?
It's like a challenge in itself to find the mine carts.
all right? Let's
Yeah.
fucking do it.
Let's get lost as hell in this maze.
Okay. Roll a d7.
Okay.
Both or just one?
Just one of you. Whoever goes first wins.
Nice. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. All right. So as you're wandering, you begin to hear, after wandering for a few minutes, just enjoying each other's company, making small talk along the way, you hear some music.
Is it the music we hear right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, it just ended. But
It's like a
it,
saloon.
it's sort of like an organ music, and it's sort of cheery, like a sort of upbeat waltz. Coming around the corner of the hedge maze, you see a tall, about 20-foot tall, sort of cylindrical device with a whole bunch of fake horses on poles being spun around a central point. There are a couple. Currently, it's actually empty. There are a couple of gnomes sort of chilling out on the periphery of the device, while the final one is working some sort of mechanism in the center of it, which appears to be driving the machine. Presently, he stops and goes, "Yep, we're good to go. Hopefully some people start showing up soon." At which point he sees you coming around the corner and goes, "Customers!"
Oh no, this thing is cute. Let's go. Let's go. Looks fun. Just like pulling on Pascal's arm. Like, come on. I want to ride the pony.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
These things are kind of insubstantial looking. Will they support me? Dude, we live in a city of minotaurs. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I got picturing
I
a
shoved
minotaur
people
on
out of the way.
a carnival horse.
What?
Cute.
Okay.
Yeah, I shove them out of the way and they get on the Minotaur. Wait.
Get on the minotaur?
What?
Damn.
The horse.
That'll show 'em.
Or Tatsu.
Tsumi is riding that pony.
Oh
Tatsu gets on a horse next to you, and the gnomes guide you, Pau, and Pascal around to the other side, and put you on horses there. And they go, "All right, it is 5 copper pieces usually, but since you're the first ride of the day, you get on for free."
I mean, hell yeah.
And with that, they hit the button, and it starts going.
The world of science is incredible.
Yes, and so it accelerates to about 10 miles an hour, and so it just swings you both around at a languid pace, and it's nice. The music is nice. The horses
Wait,
bob up
just
and
us?
down.
Just us.
Yeah,
Yes,
to the
it-
first customers. Remember, he was waiting for
Yeah,
people.
but I mean, me and Pow. What about
no,
our
the 4 of us, right?
The 4 of you. Yes,
Yeah.
you're on opposite sides of. You can't actually see each other. You're on opposite sides of the carousel.
It has to be like
Weird
that, or the,
dating
or the, or the
options, yeah.
carousel will fly away. It has to be balanced.
Yeah.
Well, actually, after a certain point, you do notice every time you go around the gnome who's controlling the thing, he seems to be a bit more concerned looking.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And then
Roll
his-
fortitude
then his
saves.
hair-
He's looking at the device, and like, you go around once, and he's like looking at the device thoughtfully, pulling his beard. You go around another time, and he's actually starting to futz with it while scratching the back of his head. Then you go around another time, and he's banging it with a wrench, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Go around another
motive.
time. Sure.
yeah,
He's not sure what's going wrong, and he's trying to fix it, and it's not working.
Should we get off, sir? Should we get off of this?
No, wait until the device has come to a complete stop before leaving the ride.
Okay, if you say
What's
so.
that noise?
What is it?
What is that?
this is the fantasy ambience.
Hey,
Oh,
Vert,
yeah.
what are
Oh
you
god
watching?
damn it! What are you doing?
Yeah, the ride begins to accelerate at that point. You can hear a in-depth whirring noise from the within as the waltz from the internal organ has begun to get to a higher and higher pitch as it accelerates its tempo. You can feel yourself sort of being pulled towards the exterior of the device, and if you can make reflex saves.
Okay.
Party wipe.
Yeah.
I can't believe we lost half the party.
I mean, what if I just shoot the
2
center?
highest damage characters. Oh, these are good rolls.
Hold, please. Reflex save, right?
Mhm.
You really need to make Tatsu's sheet. Oh, wow. Everybody
Wow.
holds on tight. However, you are able to withstand the centripetal force. Trying to... Actually, the centrifugal force. Yeah, whatever. Trying to fling you off the ride as it continues to accelerate. But it isn't stopping to accelerate. And around you go. The exterior...
Stops, we'll never know.
Yeah. The outside becoming rather a bit of a blur. And the horses are moving up and down much more rapidly now also. To the point that you're sort of being shook at each... at the highest point, at the lowest point. Incidentally, and the horses at a certain point have begun to spin around on their own poles. So you're now spinning as you spin around the central axis, going up and down rapidly, and occasionally do catch a glimpse of the gnome walking away and coming back with a really gigantic wrench
He's gonna kill you.
and slamming it onto one large nut and just heaving with all his might, pushing all the way down on it and until the ride, with a sudden screech, just hurtles to a halt very rapidly. You decelerate from like 60 to 0 in 10 seconds. It's uncomfortable. You are slung against the sides, and you each need to make a fortitude save.
Well,
Oh no.
That's like my thing I'm good at. No.
No.
Luckily, it wasn't that tough of a fortitude save.
Oh, I'm dead.
Kasumi, quick, roll bluff to pretend you died.
Kasumi, Paulina and Pascal get off, and you guys are fine. Actually, Pascal's kind of amused.
That's the best part of the ride.
I want to go again.
That was awesome. Is that supposed to happen? Because it should have.
I hope we didn't break their thing.
I mean, I think they broke their thing.
Pretty
Break it,
good then.
fine.
Maybe they should make it go that fast all the time.
Just like
Yeah.
regular
Yeah.
size.
And Tatsu gets off and goes, "Hey, Kasumi, are you all right?" Oh, Kasumi, you've turned green a little.
She's an air elementalist now.
Yeah, you're sickened. For the time being, it'll
Oh.
probably pass as you recollect yourself and the motion sickness is able to wear off. But the gnomes have spotted you. They're running over and they're going, "Are you all right, ma'am? Ma'am, we're so sorry. We're so sorry.
Ugh, the light.
Are you all right?
The world
Did
goes
she get
dark.
hit? What?" Kasumi, you're...
Alas, sweet Tatsu. You beautiful, hot man.
Yep.
Farewell.
Okay, see you later. And he drops you.
How's his bad boyfriend?
He wasn't fooled by your bluff.
Damn it.
Taking the cue of your significant other's lack of evident concern, the three gnomes sort of help you, steady you up. One gives you a pat on the hand and hands you a tiny miniaturized version of the carousel. And yeah, take this as a bit of a souvenir and as an apology for the issue. We're not quite sure what happened there, but hopefully it will never happen again.
Does it spin?
It does. It's actually a wind-up.
Oh.
and as it spins, it plays. It has a little music drum in it, and it'll play the. Yes, that's what it plays. So after that, would you like to continue wandering, or would you like to go someplace specific, or would you like to go on the carousel again?
I don't know. I guess we'll go directly to the minecart thing.
Yeah, I think this has sort of primed us for mine carts.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's as exciting as this was.
Play that one minecart song from Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, do that.
All right. So following the signs, you are able to reach the minecarts without too much of an issue. And you find a dwarf. He has one eye, and half of his beard is missing. Like,
Trustworthy guy.
vertically.
Oh, okay.
And also his eyebrow on that side and all of his hair. Oddly enough, that is the side with the good eye. He looks at you approach and goes, "Ah! Y'all want to get on Magni Magnuson's minecarts?"
Yes.
Absolutely.
I've never wanted anything more in my life.
Well, feast your eyes! And he pulls a curtain behind him back and reveals a minecart. It's just sitting there. It's a minecart.
Oh, is it on a track?
How much does it cost?
Your
Does it
life.
own-
Wait, what does it do?
It's a minecart. I have you going. You thought this was the whole thing, but no. And then he takes the minecart and pushes that out of the way, and it pulls with it a screen revealing a massive track that's been rigged up onto the side of the ziggurat. And it goes up and down and loop-de-loops and around and around, and it looks incredibly ramshackle and dangerous.
There's
Oh,
a
no.
creamy-shaped cloud where she once was.
Yeah, no, this is what we're talking about right here. Cause
Well, it can fit two at once.
I'll be right back in the water.
So Pao and Kasumi could go at one time, and
Wait,
well, they're the ones who are apparently most interested in it because Tatsu and Pascal are looking at this like,
yeah, are they not into it? Oh shit.
Actually, wait a second. No, Pascal will be super into this. Tatsu has a higher wisdom score than that.
Wait a minute. I am extremely
second.
wisdomful.
That is true.
Thank you.
Why are you
listen,
getting on this?
sometimes wisdom tells you to disregard wisdom.
Sometimes
Ooh.
wisdom is a bitch.
What?
So,
Wait, so the question is, why am I getting on this?
that was more angled at Pao, but yeah, it's this thing looks like a death trap.
I guess
Yeah.
Pao is wise enough to know that she can fly at any moment.
Yeah.
Ah, that's true.
So that's okay.
Again,
Right.
the truly wise know when to disregard their own wisdom.
All right, so Tatsu will get in the minecart with you, Kasumi. Do you want us in the front or the back?
Front.
All right. So Tatsu gets in behind you, and you note that there's no, like, anything to hold you into the minecart.
Just each other's arms.
Yeah, and hopefully gravity.
Freeze your feet to the bottom of the minecart.
Done.
So yeah, Tatsu puts his arms around you, and goes, "Okay, this should be fun." Just as he's finishing that sentence, the dwarf goes, "Yeah!" and hits a big button on the side of the whole contraption, which causes a large charge of gunpowder to detonate in a controlled explosion, hurtling you forward suddenly. And forward and down you go. Down the side of the ziggurat, the whole structure appears to be shaking as you're going around it. You are whipped to the side. You can, judging by your angle and where you can see of the tracks, you're on two wheels as you pull around the first turn, go into a loop, go into a second loop, go into a third loop, and at this point, the cart is almost stopping, and you almost feel like it's falling off the track before it accelerates once more. You are sent slinging down the track once more, sent into another bunch of really tight, like Z turns, just slamming against each side of the cart. Until eventually you come to what appears to be a sheer drop.
Yes.
And you die
And-
instantly.
And you shoot off of it, and it is a sheer drop. And you fall about 20 feet down and hit another part of the track, which is also on an incline, so you end up zipping down. Because it's an incline, it just slows you down rather than stopping you instantly, so you don't take damage, but you're still flung around and around until you reach like a funnel section that just spins you about 5 times before finally you come to a sudden stop right next to the dwarf who's beaming at you. Kasumi, you can't
Again.
breathe.
You can't breathe.
Again.
Yes. No, seriously, Kasumi, you're being suffocated.
Wait, what?
Tatsu.
Oh.
Oh, Tatsu.
Yes, he has buried his head into your back and is holding you tightly enough to actually constrict your breathing.
I married a coward. I don't know. I guess I'll like tap him.
He looks up and asks,
You're gonna have to make a combat maneuver.
"Is it over?
Escape the
Yes.
grapple.
It
Can
is
we get
over.
out?"
Yes, you may.
Wait, you? Aren't you getting out too?
Again.
Well, this time it's gonna cost you.
How much?
1 million.
Silver piece.
Oh shit, that's easy. I toss him a silver piece.
Thank you. And he bites into it and eats it.
And all his teeth crack.
What?
No, that wasn't true. But
If he eats it, and then he becomes a monster. As you fool, you finish the ritual. Ah, ha, ha.
Tatsu gets out of the minecart, very wobbly, very unsteady on his feet. At which point, the dwarf looks at you, Paulina, and at Pascal, and he goes, "There's room for one more."
In hell.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I wanna go.
You do that. I'm gonna make sure Tatsu doesn't like.
Yards.
Right.
That might be good. And if it's good, we can just go second time.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Paulina, you get into the thing. I'll need a silver piece from you too, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. And with that, he slams the red button again, and you hear the bam behind you, and you are flung forward. And this time, you don't make a left turn. You make a right turn.
Oh shit.
And you're flung into the funnel first, then into the sheer drop, then into the 3 loop-de-loops, including the one that almost feels like you're going to fall, and then into the Z-turns. And Kasumi, as you're going through this, you realize, oh my god, this ride changes every time you do it.
It's worth infinite money.
Truly the greatest of gambits.
You have to kidnap this man so that he can make us these rides in Sarugu.
And so you reach the end of it, feeling well and truly. Kasumi, at this point, you are well and truly shaken.
Uh-huh.
Not shaken as in a fear effect. Your bones feel like they've been shivered. You got that numb, tingly feeling throughout your entire body because you've been banged against the sides of the cart so much. You take 12 non-lethal damage, or 12 strain rather.
You take 12 lethal damage.
Yes, you take a 12-point injury.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah, you're actually starting to hurt at this point.
Very tempted to just say again.
I mean, what can stop you?
It's fair. I guess we'll leave for Tatsu's sake.
For my coward boyfriend.
Yeah.
Hey, he just doesn't like roller coasters. I don't know, I kind of wanted to get on.
Idiot.
Tatsu has recollected himself. And he apologizes to you, Kasumi, for not wanting to go on again.
That's okay. I won't look down on you much.
So, at that point, Tatsu offers, maybe we could... Oh, wait, I want to do something at this point. Okay. At this point, Tatsu offers, maybe we could do something a little bit more relaxing after that. I feel like we've been on a couple of things that have tried to kill us today.
Say no.
Fine.
Grab a bite to eat or something.
There is a food court.
You did mention it.
I heard the pitch.
It wasn't much of a pitch. It was more just there's a food court.
I wonder if it's like a fun themed food court, like a rainforest or something.
That sounds kind of kitschy.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. You go to the food court, finding your way through the various trees once more, and after a bit of a walk, maybe about 20 minutes or so, in which case, and you have the time to fully recover. So, Kasumi, I think you can heal your strain at that point.
Okay. I didn't even bother writing it down.
Oh, good.
It would have been really important. What if we were attacked and then got...
I would have added it in later. I'm kidding.
Oh.
All right. You reach the food court. And, it's not that large. There's only about 3 different buildings, and it's not so much a court as 3 separate, full-scale restaurants and a sort of communal external eating area.
What are the names of the restaurants?
All right. You have...
Oh.
You have
bastard.
Olumo's, steaks and steaks.
And more steaks.
Is it like steaks as in S-T-A-K and then steaks S-T-A-K-E?
Yes.
Ah.
Oh.
And you actually, yeah, you can examine each after I tell you. There is Lady Treaties. That's just what it's called, Lady Treaties.
Like treaty, like a document treaty?
No, her name is spelled T-R-E-D-I-I-S.
Oh.
Or rather, T-R-E-D-I-I apostrophe S. Treaties.
I see.
And finally, last but not least, is
Bob's Mush Hut.
no
Mush
the last one is the Portly Gnome.
What's the Portly Gnomes deal? Is it a pub type scenario?
Yeah, the Portly Gnome looks like your basic middle of the road pub sort of thing. Probably for the lower sort of rung of society.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay, what's Lady Treaties?
Lady Treaties is pretty much the opposite of that. Lady Treaties has a couple of minotaurs standing outside with formal wear on, with napkins over their arms, and they appear to be rather upscale as a dining establishment.
Ugh, I go to the fat gnome. Portly gnome.
The Portly Gnome. You didn't want to know about Olamo's steaks and steaks?
No,
Probably a steaks.
but, I mean,
That sounds good.
you can go get a steak. I'll just meet you in the middle.
That's true. You can get the.
Wow. The
Um,
world truly is our oyster.
Oh, that's the thing.
No, that restaurant's not here.
Ah,
Since since the eating area is communal, there is a system. Each of the tables has a set of flags, and apparently, what you do is, as you can see from a couple of people who have already sat down for lunch, as it is lunchtime, you put the flag corresponding to the restaurant on the back of your chair, and that will signal to the servers that you want to order from them. So you can order from any of the three.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, Olamo's Steaks and Steaks, looking at it, is a steakhouse, but it is not normal. It appears to be vampire hunter themed.
oh, okay.
So it is a theme restaurant. I had an inkling that's where you're going with this, and I'm into it actually.
Alright. So the Portly Gnome, since you decided to go there first, a Portly Gnome walks over to you, Kazumi, as you put your flag up, and he goes, "Hi there, lady. May I interest you in our menu?"
Yes.
He hands you the menu.
Is it sticky?
It's clean, but yet sticky at the same time. You're not quite sure how.
Good.
House formula.
And it has the regular sort of barf. Well,
Barf?
it is a lower class establishment.
I'll take the barf.
It has a number of different stews. Nothing
Barf stew.
like exceptional. The prices tend to be low in the relatively low copper piece range. They have fried things. You notice not a lot of spices in them. It's just sort of.
Can I ask for it Minotaur style?
That's actually very offensive here.
Well, there are a couple of things that he points out that have a little chili pepper next to them.
Next to them.
The next to the name.
Oh,
Do they have 2-for-1 alcoholic beverages?
No, it's not happy hour.
he asks for if he has you for your ID.
Shit. This narc. Well, Alright, Sal's, I'm gonna need you to generate me a full menu.
Oh, come on.
The full menu, they only have one thing on the menu, and it's the barf.
Yeah, you're asking for it with that one.
I'll take one barf with extra barf.
All right. And he goes away to fulfill your order.
No, I don't know. I'll ask for like some sort of spicy sandwich, a chicken sandwich.
Right. All right. One spicy chicken sandwich coming right up.
Also, I asked for a Grateful Dead.
All right. I will mix that drink.
Good. Actually, a
He
real
brings you a
alcoholic.
beer.
It is a real alcoholic beverage.
He brings you an ale.
that I do like.
He puts down a sandwich and a drink. It is. Paulina, what are you thinking?
I'll be right back.
Vampire themed restaurant, certainly.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Well, it's various sizes and cuts of steak, mostly. Served generally with sort of fried potatoes and very all wholesome stuff. It's not even very. It doesn't look like it's particularly spicy. It, from what it's described as, they have their own rub, but they don't want to overwhelm the flavor of the steak. You do note on the menu there is one thing that is listed on as the Challenger.
Oh, well, you
It
got
has a pair of skulls next to it on the menu.
You don't have a choice here.
What do the skulls represent?
Well,
died.
reading about it, the Challenger is our largest steak.
Oh man.
Oh,
Is this like the beef bowl challenge from Persona 4?
It's exactly like that.
Hell yeah. If you can eat the whole thing, pal, you get it for free.
This,
But if you don't,
You pay.
you're
Yeah.
I mean, I'd pay regardless of
big time.
what food I would get. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You pay with your life.
Yeah.
this 80-ounce steak
80-ounce steak.
served with a side of potatoes
Mm.
and a side of salad has killed 3 people. But
But they died happy.
That's 10 cups of steak. What the
But-
fuck?
I've never heard a steak measured in cups before.
Well, that's how I measure things, okay?
but if you eat it, it's free.
You
If you
die.
eat the whole thing, it's free, and you get your picture up on the wall.
Are there any? Is there anybody with a picture on the wall?
There's one
Yes.
in his bones.
He cheated. He's a skeleton. But no, there are actually several. There's like 6, and
Are they all Minotaurs?
A, they're sketched. B, because cameras aren't invented. But B, 5 of them are minotaurs. One is a centaur.
Who's the other one? Centaur.
Who's the centaur?
A centaur.
Oh.
His name is Batfire too.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
Batfire
vampires.
was here when last time we were here. Batfire went here, and his picture's up there on the wall. We didn't know about it.
The legend.
I was hungry.
He was very slow in combat.
Why did you let Vampire get killed?
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is sad.
I don't know. I'm bad. Okay.
All right, yeah, I am gonna throw my hat in the ring for that giant challenge meat.
Okay.
All right, you order this. The minotaur waiter looks at you and lifts his eyebrow up at your rather petite self.
I'm on vacation.
I want to die.
Yeah.
He cocks his head and goes, "All right," writing it down on the. Would you like anything to drink with that?
Well, do you
Well,
guys
then-
This is a vampire themed place, right?
Yep.
Can we drink red wine here or something silly like that?
Yep.
Okay, one of those, I guess.
Tomato
Yes,
juice
you
and
get
red
the.
wine.
I don't drink wine.
Okay.
You
Oh
don't
my
drink
God.
scotch.
Scotch.
All right. Pascal, as you order that, is just looking at you, going, "What are you thinking?"
She just shrugs
What is
I don't know.
Pascal thinking not ordering this? He
It's
has
80 silver pieces by itself
Wait.
for a steak.
Oh my god, wait. Just take Pascal's food belt or whatever.
What?
No, that doesn't
Doesn't work
make
like
it so
that.
that you. It doesn't.
A, it takes a week to attune to a ring of sustenance. B, it doesn't work that way.
No, it's not a food
No.
vacuum.
We're not talking about the ring. We're talking about his food belt. Completely different thing.
Yeah, the
yeah.
different item. That
Yes,
is the food
Pascal's
belt.
belt of infinite eating.
Do it.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it sounds fun.
You should definitely eat this entire thing and then go right back to the mine carts.
Yes.
I mean, okay. Pascal looks conflicted about something.
Is Pascal a vegetarian?
Yes.
What's wrong? You think I can't beat the steak?
No. I know you can beat anything you put your mind to.
Thank
Aw.
you.
What do you think? It's not attractive when a woman eats a lot of food?
No.
Was that Kasumi?
Yeah, that's good.
She just came over with her barf.
Yeah, just a bowl of barf.
It's just like a weird mealy porridge.
I also got a spicy chicken sandwich.
That's right. I forgot about the spicy chicken.
Pascal at that point goes to the raider and goes, "Make that 2 challenger steaks."
Oh,
Make it
no.
3.
Wait, Pascal is ordering 2 of them?
Yep.
What?
He's
What?
gonna eat 160 ounces?
Make that 10 Challenger
20
steak.
cups of steak.
Wait a minute.
10 pounds of steak, please. That's a lot of steak. No, he's adding onto your order.
I see.
Wow.
What?
He's doing the thing that makes sense and is not suicidal.
What?
Yeah.
And now you have to beat him.
What?
Good luck.
Is it a chat? Wait, huh?
Good luck.
Paulina, you can do essentially everything better than I do.
But
But you're half my size. So I'm going to finish this first.
this,
Damn,
this
wow.
seems
This
a
is
little petty. Just
sexist.
a tiny bit petty, Pascal.
time to show him who wears the pants.
I mean, it's also a free
But
steak.
not you
so-
because you wear a robe.
Destroy him, pal.
It's
You
just
can
a
wear
game.
pants and a robe.
Not being petty.
Destroy
be
the
fun.
chauvinist.
I didn't get to go on the minecart, so I had to do something.
I didn't barf that way, so I'll barf this way.
What's the matter, Paulina? Are you scared I'll win?
He slaps his belly.
Yeah, right. Who here has won an eating contest?
I mean, that's true.
Thumbs point at self.
Yeah. The waiter also points at
Guy.
one of the pictures on the wall.
Yeah,
It's-
just
it's
like
a picture,
those,
pal.
those 6 people.
Bori Beerson! We actually had to ban him from the place because he kept eating free steaks.
Bones McJangles.
Yeah. How does he
alright.
keep putting it all in him? As it slops onto the floor.
Tatsu, in the meanwhile, has ordered a designer salad from Lady Treaties and has brought it over to your table and sits down just as the Minotaur comes back with these 2 gigantic steaks that just look like a giant Yule log of meat in the middle of the plate.
God.
Surrounded by potatoes and greens and roast vegetables. And remember, you have to eat everything, not just a steak. Good luck. If you don't make it out of this alive, I promise not to root through your pockets.
What?
Enjoy.
That's
What?
It's actually written on the door. It's one of their policies.
Oh, and he also gives you 2 large steak knives.
What about a fork?
And, well, the forks were there.
Oh.
So,
Where we're going, we don't need forks.
Pow grabs it with her hands,
2 knives only.
rips the meat apart.
Pascal holds his utensils. He looks at you. So do you want to count down or what?
Kasumi, you got a ref.
Oh yeah, Kasumi BRF. Come on.
I will ref.
Alright, give him the countdown then.
In Tatsu's opinion, what do you think about these steaks? They look good?
They look like giant piles of meat. Those aren't particularly good cuts, to be honest. It's just
Oh, man.
they're just large ones. The rub looks
I think that's just the entire cow. In fact.
Yeah, it looks like I can't really, just tell if they were aged or not. Just looking at it, they're cooked. But they look like they were cooked all right, so they'll probably be good. He shrugs. It's not how I would treat a steak. Alright. Pascal looks at Kasumi expectantly.
3, 2.
Two.
She took a sip of her drink.
Oh.
Go.
Alright. Paulina, make a fortitude save.
Kasumi's kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
3, 2, go.
Ooh.
Yep.
It begins! Pascal and Paulina dive into their steaks and begin eating through them rapidly. It's a lot of steak, though. And even though they take off large chunks and shove them into their face, the size of the steak seems to stay almost the same. However, they are beginning their journey, their trek to food victory. Paulina, you must make a fortitude save again.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Pascal ate a little too fast. Paulina, you have not really. So as he stops himself, and sort of recovers, and you just sort of continue plowing on, eating through your steak. But now you must roll again.
Yes. Yes.
That was a good fortitude save. So, Paulina, you continue to maintain your lead. However, Pascal is not far behind, and he is now, he has recovered himself and has continued, but he's still a good chunk behind of the steak, which has maybe about half of the way for you, Paulina, disappeared.
Uh-huh.
Which at this point means that you've eaten 2.5 pounds of steak.
Hell yeah.
Ooh-wee.
At this point, you're full, but
You have
You must
to
keep
keep going.
and make a fortitude save, or die.
Uh,
Seriously, don't roll a 1.
it's all good.
Okay.
Oh, we're so tough.
You continue to maintain your lead, but at this point, Pascal is matching you, but you're still ahead of him. God damn it!
What?
What?
Something Fruit is watching.
Okay, I thought that was
Why
me, and I was like, I kept
No,
trying to
it's-
find the.
It's rhythm.
Okay.
Okay.
It's some weird thing in the
What the
fantasy
hell?
ambience. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm super glad Prop pointed that out. I was like actually looking for that noise.
Weird.
It's gone now. It was a man
Yeah.
yelling.
Yeah, it was.
Continue You need
Yeah,
to
I
make
was not listening to a man yelling, so.
another save, Paulina.
I don't know. Coincidentally,
Whoa!
when I looked at the
Paulina,
Hmm.
continuing with your pace, you finish the steak.
Nice.
However,
Uh-oh.
Pascal, seeing that you're close to finishing, just accelerates,
Oh no.
No. No.
shoving
My
food into
pride.
himself. Until he actually catches up. Both of you
Is that
have
photo
finished
finish?
consuming this steak.
Oh.
You're not done.
you have the
There's-
side of salad.
Oh, hell.
There remains the potatoes and the vegetables. At this point,
Not the
you are
vegetable.
both uncomfortable.
Comfortable, huh?
Are we too uncomfortable for a vegetable?
No, I don't think so.
Nice.
But you should keep going.
I fucking do.
Is that the voice at the back of their head that's gonna lead them down a bad path?
Yes.
Yup.
Alright, did I fuck up with the...
Do I have any monk abilities that make it so I can eat food better?
Okay, you're still neck and neck. As you begin to eat your way through half of the potatoes. Shall you roll again, though?
I eat more potatoes. Oh. Oh, Pascal. You
Paulina,
fool.
you consume the rest of the potatoes. At this point,
Delicious.
Pascal is consuming his potatoes and just stops. And he holds a potato in front of him with a fork and just looks at it, as if appraising it, considering it, pondering this potato. What does it mean? What does it mean to him? However, he does not eat it, and that causes him to be delayed.
Oh.
As in fact, at this point, he spins the potato around and puts it down on his plate. Paulina, you have vegetables.
Yes. I eat them.
Oh no,
I don't eat them?
you don't eat them.
No! My vegetables!
No, you still have a chance.
Oh.
Pow, you stop at this point, realizing that Pascal has conceded the race, but you still have to finish in order to get it for free. But there's a ton of vegetables on this plate, and your stomach hurts.
What are we looking at? Like cauliflower, corn? Are there
is
greens?
corn.
Some sort of peppers?
There are beans. Yes, whole
Beans.
peppers stuffed with rice.
Oh, beans are filling. Oh no. Oh no. Rice! Oh god.
Rice is delicious.
It's very filling though.
It's not a vegetable.
She's fit to burst.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is your fortitude saves are difficult at this point.
Do I eat the vegetable?
You are unable to bring
No!
yourself to eat the vegetable.
No.
But you have not failed by quite enough to make you give up entirely.
Okay.
Keep pushing.
No.
You were really on the verge with that one. You have to fail by
Damn.
10 or more, just so you know. And currently your DC is 29.
Oof.
But you may go ahead. You get... You have consumed half of the vegetables.
Oh my god. There's so many vegetables.
There's a lot of fucking vegetables.
The vegetables is the real challenge.
Who would have thought?
Kind of the last thing.
Now it's just like salad greens left. I could just barely do it.
Mm-hmm.
No. Do I die?
You
Have
don't
to
die,
roll a new character. Okay.
but you cannot finish.
Oh no.
You've reached the point of no return.
No.
If you consume the remainder of these vegetables, you think you will die.
Wow.
In fact, you
It's
might
worth it.
already reach the point that you will already.
Take the
So,
melon.
I will give you one last chance.
Oh my god.
But if you fail, you die.
You may make a will save.
Oh.
If you pass,
will
you may
save.
continue.
Not my best save, but okay.
Do you have like a?
Oh no.
Oh.
Come to my side, Rita.
Yep.
To the side of dead characters.
Yep. She gonna die.
Paulina,
Yeah.
nah.
No.
Nah.
Oh.
This has bested you.
No.
As you push yourself away from the table, your stomach is distended.
Ew.
Well,
Your brow is covered in sweat. And you are disappointed. The waiter charges you each 80 silver pieces.
Holy shit.
yeah, it's worth it.
Sucker is born every
And-
day.
Yep, and walks away with 160 silver as you realize
But it turns
Now at
out
the end-
making this dish cost him 200 silver.
right at the
Damn.
end that Tatsu was right. It wasn't even that good of a steak.
Oh no. All land
But
is
on the
valuable.
bright side, Pascal, as he looks over at you across the table, similarly discomfited, goes, "You win."
That's wow. What a bright side.
Neither of us won this date.
Nope.
No. I wanted my face up on the wall.
Right next to Vampire.
Would have looked cool.
It's okay. It's alright.
Pathfinder from the spirit plane.
I have returned to haunt you, Paulina, for failing this
No.
challenge.
But only for like 15 seconds though. Like,
And
hey,
now-
it's alright.
And now I will
Oh.
train you to be able to take it on.
No, actually,
Tatsu
no.
looks at you, Kasumi, and goes, "Now what do we do? They're not going to be able to move."
Nope.
Just roll them out.
Go on without us.
Save
Roll
yourselves.
them out.
We're just gonna sit here probably for the rest of our lives.
You want some barf?
Yeah.
No.
That's a
At
yes.
this point,
No.
someone else enters the food court.
Who is it?
The rest of the various patrons of the food court have turned back to their tables now that you have both failed in the challenger. That they're no longer as interested. A man and a woman approach you from on the walking along the strolling along. They're both extremely well dressed in a powdery blues and whites. A young couple, the woman with a parasol, and her arm through the arm of her apparent significant other.
Are they dwarves or minotaurs or
They're humans.
Or, oh.
They're humans, and in fact, you recognize them.
Okay.
That is Mario Sensi.
Oh,
Ah.
Okay.
they would recognize him?
They
I
met
guess
them.
they would. Yeah.
Well-
Yeah, he looks just like you.
That my secret son.
Uh-huh.
Hi, my name is Jeff Zare.
Pretty good.
Yes, this is Mario, and and his significant other, his wife, whose name I didn't write down. Maybe.
Oh, I have that written down because they got married and I had to like send them a letter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it
I
Miss
thought I
not
did.
appearing in this film?
Yeah.
How did I not write that down?
I
Anyway.
don't-
Oh.
Italian and
Mario stops them. Stops, and upon seeing the four of you sitting at the table, and it appears he recognizes you as well.
You're just like those four freaks my uncle described.
What a good time to meet them.
Yeah.
Well, Kasumi is recognizable just easily.
I am powerful, it's true.
So his face looks like one of extraordinary confusion and surprise. And he starts walking over to you. He starts walking over to you, then realizes he's about to pull his wife all the way over. He speaks to her briefly, and then they both walk towards you, and he goes, "Excuse me, are you the compatriots of one Sado Ryudo?"
Never heard of her.
Kasumi
looks-
throws down some vanishing powder.
Pal looks to Pascal for confirmation. Like, is this kosher? Is this copacetic? Is this okay? Should we be here? Oh.
Wait, I know you. Ah, yes, I know you, Pascal Fatazzo. Yeah. Hi, Mario. Yes, you look, well. Still working out, I see. Yeah, hi. Yes, but, I'm sorry, are you with the Ryudos? I thought I recognize. I'm sorry, ma'am. Is your name Kasumi? And thus you must be Paulina.
Yep, that's me.
Yup.
Pow suppresses a burp.
So am I
Does
to
she fail?
understand it that your my uncle Cesare is in the city?
Eh,
I mean,
Maybe.
Please answer me truthfully. I need to know. It is of incredible importance to my family. It's an
why?
emergency.
Oh.
What's going on?
Vivini's Hightown intrigue, but without going into details, it's an issue if you arrived and I was not alerted to it.
Arrived here and wasn't alerted to it?
Yes, I had a man at the docks waiting to see the arrival of the Red Carafe. He should have told me that it had arrived.
Oh, he's been killed.
Is somebody...
Oh.
Are there political assassinations going on? Is that what this is?
Somebody's stepping on my turf.
I'm the only one allowed to do political assassination in this camp.
He may have been killed, perhaps, or injured, or he's been kidnapped, or he has betrayed me. I need to know if Cesare is here in order to effect this. Please, if you know where Cesare is, please direct me to him. I need to speak to him at once.
Yeah, but we don't know where he is at this second.
Yeah, and
But-
we're not exactly directing anybody anywhere right now.
We're kind of just on a vacation today.
A vacation.
Yeah.
Just today, though.
I see.
So he's also probably doing some just chilling. I don't know. Sorry. Oh god.
You've caught me at a bad time.
Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed at the moment.
Yes, I see. But he looks at you, Kasumi. Can you help me?
I mean,
What's it worth?
technically yes, but at the same time, I don't really know you. Like, and that's not a knock against you. It's just like you're asking me for Cesare. I know people don't exactly like Cesare, so how am I to be certain that you, a stranger whom I've never met, don't
I
want
have.
to
I
kill Cesare?
thought I. Well, you were at my wedding.
You were.
Yeah, you were.
Oh.
I think you were.
Pretty lousy wedding, it seems.
It was a lifetime ago.
Oh, yeah, okay, well.
Mm.
Oh, you're married? Yes, Pascal, I am. Oh, dude, congratulations! I didn't know. Thank you.
Bro,
Why weren't you at the wedding, Pascal?
You are also invited to the wedding.
Okay, look. Cesare is here in town with us. I can take you to him, I suppose.
Please, thank you.
Or-
Do so.
We don't really know where he is at the moment, but we could organize a meeting, certainly.
I mean,
Where is he staying?
That is a good point.
what do you mean, where am I staying? I'm staying with you guys.
Yeah, we're kind of
Yeah,
Or are you?
we're staying in the Minotaur area of town. They sort of gave us the whole song and dance there.
The Minotaur area of town.
I tell them the name of the
Palace.
place we're in.
Aren't we in
We're in the
palace?
palace.
We're in the palace, right?
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Oh.
But I just fucking occasionally forget things, pal. I've had
Sorry,
a long
what?
day.
Sorry.
I was spun by a
Okay.
mechanical horse. I went on a minecart twice. I ain't.
Oh, you did that? Isn't that great?
Kasumi, I ate 10 cups of steak, okay?
I've blended up and drank it.
Leave me alone.
I
Anyway.
drive an '87 Honda.
Okay.
So-
Kasumi does?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Cesare is at the palace.
It's very
Yeah.
futuristic.
Yeah, it's Cesare's at the palace. I'll go. We can accompany you.
Thank you. It is greatly appreciated. Truly.
Okay.
Kasumi and Tatsu accompany Mario Sensi to the palace. Pascal and Pao
Cannot
not,
move, yeah.
because they are immobilized. And thus, it brings us to what is Cesare doing?
Well, if I wasn't able to go looking out for wherever my nephew was or didn't work, I went shopping for a place to. I was looking around at real estate to see where I could.
True. And if you
Where
want
the
to-
embassy would be located in this place.
Indeed.
It's a little bit jumping the gun, but he's assuming we will manage to get an embassy.
True. You have noted that most appear to be in the noble tier of the city of the ziggurat, which is the tier right below the palace. Being around there are. You'd have to go through the palace, however, to purchase a building there. However, as you just sort of walk around, though, scoping out what you might want to do, might want to get, roll a perception, please.
All right. Wouldn't this actually be? Isn't like trying to find things in a town a diplomacy roll?
Yes, that would also.
I
Asking
click
around
perception because.
Right, well, just looking around and glancing around, you are able to see that there are some buildings that appear to be unoccupied. Places that they just seem to be currently. The buildings are somewhat run down, but of size. They're substantial. They look like they could hold an embassy. And you do note that occasionally, as you're just walking through here, you will see something like a large house that's flying the flag of something different, of a different place.
Oh, that's what we want.
Yes. Is there anything in particular you want to look for in a house like this?
What are some of the other embassies that I'm seeing?
Well, you see one from Viven,
Okay.
which you give a wide berth to, I presume.
Yeah.
The perfect music for giving wide birth to.
You also see one from Prezino. And the Vivenese cheese and those Prezrinan cheesemongers.
Uh-huh.
Actually, as you just sort of walk around in that general area of Viven and Prezrino, you do note the flags of the other 7 cities as well. So it appears that the Twin Kingdoms have relations with all of them to some extent.
Are there?
They're all merchant to one extent or another merchant states, so they tend to involve themselves diplomatically with others, save for perhaps Rothalo, but the Twin Kingdoms is still close enough to them to be of interest.
Are there other dwarven embassies here too?
You see one from the High Kingdom of Hargarneth.
Okay. Yeah. What about Hadno or anything like that? Tea, etc.
Tea tends to be somewhat
isolationist.
Yes, they withhold their embassies. They tend to only pay attention to states large enough for them to pay attention to, and the Twin Kingdoms is an important stopping point for traders, but not important enough for the Golden Emperor to pay attention.
Okay.
And you don't see one from the Shogunate either.
Great.
Nor the Dubadin Empire.
Of course.
You do see one with a powder blue field upon which has been are 3 lines emanating from the center, each with a small star at the end.
3? Well, okay, what is that?
Don't know.
It will remain a mystery.
Yes, it's. I don't know. I just felt like designing a flag.
Cesare doesn't know. Cesare never went to school to learn all his flags.
That's right.
Yeah. You're drawing it for us. All right.
All right. Oh, is this like? Is it Ardania or whatever?
This is not Ardania, actually. Draw knowledge local, actually.
Knowledge local. All right. Well, then that's Iago.
Or knowledge nobility.
I summon Iago.
Iago, tell me
Iago,
what you know.
Look at this flag. No, Iago.
I don't know shit.
I don't know why you think I'd know a flag like that.
Because you can use all the knowledge skills untrained, you stupid bird.
Yeah, well, maybe you should just read the name that's on it. On the building.
All right, what's it say on the building?
Embassy de Montfarcy.
Oh, the French.
The French embassy. The France.
The Montfarcy being the province that, according to the Dumadian Empire, is an autonomous province, but in actuality has completely rebelled from the authority of the emperor.
Nice.
Oh, that's fun. Let's get to know those guys.
And now they've become the French.
They were
yeah.
already the French.
We needed a French province.
Montfarcy is also the place where Dumadian gendarmes came from originally, and to whence they returned upon Montfarcy rebelling. And also where gunpowder was invented.
Oh,
interesting.
hell yeah. We're putting,
Time for
we're putting
Cesare
an
to,
embassy right next to this
time for
place.
Cesare to learn a history lesson.
Oh, this is how guns are supposed to work.
I've been
Fuck,
doing
I'm
it
using-
wrong.
They're,
I've been doing it wrong
they're
this whole
actually
time.
good.
Blew that one person's brains out.
Yeah,
That
that's
was,
true.
That was pretty effective.
Yeah. Oh, that actually is very interesting, and I would definitely want another rebelling province. Heck, we probably want to even just maybe be friends with them. Compare notes. Oh, I see. You didn't step into the cursed pool. Interesting. Yeah, to be honest, are there other embassies kind of located in this area?
They just
Not
appear to
embassies,
be-
I mean properties for sale. Random ones that we can give a little bit of a
Yes.
buy at a low price. Oh, and I'm like not saying what it's for. And as far as they know, they don't know about how like the Sarugans are angling for an embassy or anything like that. So I'm trying to buy it at a lower price.
Yes, but
I'm speculating.
purchases of properties in the noble quarter have to go through the palace.
I see.
In the noble tier, rather.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to talk to their bureaucramancer.
Oh man, a duel of bureaucromancers.
Papers go flying everywhere as Duel of the Fates play.
Yeah. It's just like stamps and stamps. Yata ta 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 ta, but it's him stamping passports.
You're already notarized.
your application is all. I almost kind of want to stop by and visit that place, but there's also other stuff that I have to do today. How is it like recent? I guess it is, right? Because the rebellion, how long ago did that happen?
Montfarcy rebelled against the Dumadian Empire
It wasn't long
within
after.
your lifetime.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Well-
roll knowledge history for the exact date.
Knowledge history. Iago!
It was only a little bit after the.
Iago, away! This time you know something!
He does. Iago would know that Montfarcy rebelled from the Dumadian Empire about 3.5 decades ago.
3.5 decades ago. Okay. Does it? Well,
Actually,
how-
he
how
knows
does
quite
it-
a bit about it because Iago also mentions that the Dumadian Empire has launched a couple of punitive expeditions to reassert authority, and which have failed,
Mhm.
and have now decided that they're just going to say that they still have control over it, even though they don't.
How does the state of the embassy look? Is it maintained? Is it relatively nice?
Oh, it is nice.
Nice
It's the
embassy.
normal, like, solid-looking Minotaur architecture, but it's been done up. There is gold leaf filigree in intricate Art Nouveau carvings through the different pillars. The door, instead of being the sort of stone door that Minotaurs typically favor, is a light wood that has been painted the light blue of the flag with the 3 starburst symbols.
Mm-hmm.
And in the windows are all ornate stained glass designs. So whoever is living there has their own sense of aesthetic, and they are definitely applying it.
I think I want to go in.
Okay.
Not with Claude.
Well done.
Fubo can come.
One moment, please.
I'm walk. Actually, no, I wouldn't walk. Godars is an evil outsider. I wouldn't walk around with him out in the open.
Hide himself, but yeah, if you go through the temple district, they might
They
notice.
might be mad, yeah. What alignment is Montfarce?
Montfarce is lawful neutral.
Alright, neutral, my guys. That's one step away from my alignment, hell yeah.
Well, the Church of Hanel and Morel is based there, so.
Oh, fuck. Wait, Church of Hanel and Morel, but they're rebelling against the Dumadian Empire? Interesting.
Yes. The issue being is that Montfarce has asserted that the Dunedin Empire, in their complete decadence and fecklessness, has lost any actual claim to authority, and ergo, the local government structure in Montfarce has the right to determine there's how things proceed from there themselves.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, you enter, and while the outside is clearly Minotaur structures with Montfarce influence, the interior is this the interior antechamber is this incredibly ornate domed Rococo room. The dome is painted with the images of Hanel and Morel and the Montfarce countryside and angels and little cherubs. All the furniture is extraordinarily expensive looking, with gold leaf carvings and a beautiful shining marble floor extends before you, illuminated through the windows that are in the dome. There are statues of Hanel and Morel herself, various other people that you presume are important. Yes, you enter, and as you enter, you hear a little tinkling behind you as the door bangs a bell, and then closes behind you, causing the tinkle to happen again. And you stand there momentarily. And you go,
Where's Montfarce on the map? I know it's by the Dumadian Empire, but the Dumadian Empire is big.
Yes, it is the lower left-hand corner of the Dumadian Empire.
Oh my fucking god, they're far away then.
So, as you're standing there, you do see that there are chairs set around, like console tables and things. There's one table has a very ornate, large clock that is filling the room with the occasional click, 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 as it keeps time evidently perfectly. The chairs look so pristine and beautiful that you don't even want to sit on them for fear of disturbing them. And as you're standing there, you hear the tapping of feet against the hard stone floor from down one of the corridors that enter into this room. You turn your head down to look at it. You see a man walking towards you. He is walking in a rather infected manner. He is wearing a powder pink long coat over exceptionally well-made clothes, a vest, a frilled cravat at his neck. His cuffs are delicate lace that droop out of his coat at least 8 inches, and he is holding a handkerchief between 2 fingers out to his side for no apparent reason, just holding it there. Upon his head sits a wig that has been piled up about 2 feet up in the air into a sort of beehive-shaped structure of perfectly placed curls that have been powdered into a sort of light gray color. And his face too has been lightened with powder and makeup. He is wearing some light blue eyeshadow and has a small heart-shaped beauty mark pressed into one of his cheeks, and a very small curly mustache
Oh, I love
completes
this.
the look.
Wait, how tall is he?
He's about 5'8",
Okay.
but
Fancy boy.
but with the wig puts him close to like 8 feet tall, but
Yeah, so I'm talking to the wig mostly.
so he walks towards you with his 2-inch heeled patent leather shoes. Clicks, click, and stands in front of you, 1 foot in front of the other, outturned so as to show off his shapely calf in his high stockings, and it goes, "I am the servant of my master, the Marquis de Chambord. For what have you entered into our most glorious house?"
Anyone ever watch Yvonne of the Yukon?
No.
Hell yeah.
No. You remember when they do the flashbacks?
Yes, I do. This guy, exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, I want to find that now.
It's one of them Canadian documentaries about dog adventures.
Nope, it's a
It's a
raunchy cartoon.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, it's funny.
I love how that's just you both know exactly what I'm talking
Hell yeah.
about. That's just a normal
Hell
thing
yeah.
over there.
First off, might I compliment you on your beautiful interior and exterior? I am just happen to be in the neighborhood. We might soon be neighbors, as I am currently shopping for the location of our own embassy.
This guy.
And obviously,
At your compliment,
this
he
one-
bows deeply, so with a flitting motion of his arm. But he doesn't respond. But he does smile. I see you are a foreign ambassador as well.
Indeed, this is
May I
correct.
ask where from?
Well, this is Sirugu. I don't need to beat around the bush about it. Sirugu, you of course are aware of Hadno and their current war with tea. Perhaps you've heard
yes,
about their recent rebellion there.
The Broken Coast. News from there is, how do you say, hard to come by.
Yes.
I am afraid I am not familiar with the current political situation.
Yes, well, currently the Shogun is embroiled in a war with tea in the mainland, and several of the islands have asserted their independence because they are not being run or maintained properly and the people are being abused. And some of these islands have now formed their own government, and our Doing fairly successfully, I would say. As you can see, at the very least, we're trying to establish relations with the Twin Kingdoms.
The two kingdoms, you say? So you are looking to form an embassy here, perhaps in one of the several buildings on the exterior of this one.
Indeed, this seems like a nice neighborhood, and certainly much improved by the presence of Yore.
And he smiles again. So I think you perhaps would want to speak to my master, the Marquis de Chabert.
I would love to hear a description for 5 minutes of the Marquis de Chabert.
Chambert. Yes, well, unfortunately, he is not accepting visitors at this time.
When will he be accepting visitors?
At such time as he deigns it to me that he would like to accept visitors, he is very busy, you see.
What is he? Well, it is not my place to ask, but if it is public knowledge, what is he busy with it at the moment? Perhaps it is something that we could help with.
Not unless you are planning on going back to Montforset. Internal politics.
I see.
Yes. But perhaps I could be convinced to perhaps ask him.
Man hustling for money.
To see you at this time.
Uh-huh.
Then I'd like to. I'm
That's
being
my
inspired
best
right
friend.
now. Hi.
Oh.
Hey,
One second.
Oh.
I'd like to intoxicating flattery this dude.
Okay.
So
I'm sure he'd like to be intoxicatingly flattered.
yeah, he actually has a penalty to his save against. Well, it's not a save; it's a DC for myself.
And before you ask, he is not 5 levels above you.
Damn. All right. Let me think. This guy. So this guy is just sort of like the butler, the groundskeeper, servant of.
He's the aide. He's
Aide.
he's the guy. He's the hanger-on, basically.
Uh-huh.
Montforset is expansive with the role of the chief servant.
Right.
Oftentimes, they're just as much as a noble and confidant as the one that they serve.
I'm just trying to think of. So right now he said like I can talk to the ambassador and see if he's willing to accept a visitor right now, but he's basically saying what's in it for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Oh, my mistake. I was under the assumption that I was already speaking to one of the ambassadors positioned here. Such is the way that you compose yourself, I assumed you were already in a high position. But I am sure one such as yourself, it would be no trouble to inquire, as long as it is no imposition on you. Certainly, I do not wish to be a burden on anybody. I'm going to roll an intoxicating flattery. That's just the description.
Yep.
So I don't do that. What is it? Attempt a bluff check, DC, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'll just roll a bluff check.
Nice.
50.
Oh.
He is drunk
60.
on flattery.
Um,
You
Sorry.
spend a minute just talking about how great he is. Yes.
I would like to do a rhetorical flourish. If I press this, I guess it'll tell you what it is. Nope,
Okay.
that's not what it does. It does more. I can do a bluff check to reduce. I gain a +4 on my next diplomacy roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to do another bluff.
Mm-hmm.
As I rhetorically attempt to flourish that this would behoove him to inquire to the ambassador, because this is an important dealing, and perhaps he will be rewarded in kind by myself, but of course by the ambassador too, because I am an important person. 59 again.
Nice.
Okay. He seems to be following your reasoning quite well.
All right, well then I'm rolling a diplomacy with a +4, and he is addled by flattery, so he has a -2.
Okay.
So that is a 48.
Of course. Please follow me. And with that, he turns around and begins sashaying away over to a door, which he knocks on, then enters, closing behind him. You don't go in yet. After a couple moments, he exits. He opens the door again, and with a flourish, ushers you in and goes to, and now may I present to you my master, the Marquis de Chambord, Philippe Concarse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 second, I gotta write down Philippe Concarse,
This is just.
the Marquis de Chambord. What was that guy's name again?
He hasn't introduced himself, and you haven't introduced him to you to him. He's
That's
just been
fair.
totally taken by your flattery.
All right.
Thank you, Maximilian.
Maximilian.
But who is this?
I step forward and immediately start introducing myself and walk past Maximilian.
Okay.
Ambassador.
He doesn't seem very put off because he realized that he messed up. We're saving him.
Ambassador de Montfarson. Greetings, I am the ambassador here on representing the newly created kingdom. Are we a kingdom? I suppose we are. It's kingdom building. Kingdom of Surugu.
You must forgive me, I have not heard of this place.
No, it is reasonable that you wouldn't have. I've been informed by Maximilian that you do not have much news coming from the Broken Coast these days.
It is true, we do not. I am always interested in the news from the East.
Well, then perhaps you would be interested in what I have to tell you, because currently there's a bit of a kerfuffle, I suppose, going on in the Broken Coast. As the Shogun is at war with T, he is not taking very good care of the islands that he has left behind, as he is essentially just using them to recruit troops and go on his war with the giant empire of T, which is, who can say if it will go well or if it won't. But obviously the islands are not too pleased about it. Some of them have chosen to claim their independence.
And these islands are collectively known as Surugu?
Currently, they are led by the island of Surugo, because the island of the Surugo is the one who began this
I see.
process.
Do we have
It
an
is-
alliance with the islands?
We don't. I'm bluffing a tiny bit.
yeah, blowing it up a bit.
I'm not gonna
Oh.
make you roll bluff because I don't think even I don't think your motive is high enough to actually catch you. Even.
Yeah.
Well, no. If you roll a no, I think even if you roll a 1, it would be a 57. So 47. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I
Well,
mean,
actually,
you know, we're trying to get relations with other people, so it's like
Mhm.
kind of a lie, but it's not really a lie.
it's kind of a lie.
It's kind of a lie.
But yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, I am only here because we are in fact currently going to be, or at least hope to be soon, establishing an embassy here in Twin Kingdoms, and I am shopping around, so to speak, for a location and seeing the esteemed embassy of Montfarcy in the neighborhood. I knew I had to pay a visit. If anything, and forgive me if I'm being a bit presumptuous, I recognize that we are still very much a fledgling state, but we have a fair number of things in common. I'm sure our ruler would be much interested in speaking with you and your esteemed retinue, just to figure out perhaps what it is that you did that was so successful that we could perhaps emulate.
He nods and stands up, slowly pushing away from the extraordinarily ornate desk that he is sitting at. He stands, pushes the beautiful chair, and the Marquis is a tall man, in his 50s, you'd say. Although, again, he wears the same powder makeup as Maximilian, though his is far less ostentatious. It's just sort of lightened. His wig, as he does wear one, is rather one that sort of drapes down onto his shoulders of a rich brown color to perhaps hide the fact that his own hair, unseen beneath the wig, is not in the best of shape.
How powdered is it?
It's not.
It's not too powdered.
Wow, that's a disappointment.
And he wears clothing of the same well-made, exceptionally well-made, encrusted with gold thread, but a little bit less loud than Maximilian's garb. The overall, you begin to think that perhaps Maximilian is a bit of a distraction. Perhaps more ways than one. He walks over to a mirror and looks at it, and looks at you through it, and goes, this is a very interesting, Monsieur de Sensi.
Cesare de Sensi.
Yes. But if you could please clear up my confusion, de Sensi is not the Hadanese name, and you do not appear to be of Hadano. In fact, Sensi is a relatively famous Vivanese name, if I am not mistaken. Oui?
Yes, you are correct.
Are you related to the esteemed Sensis of Vivan?
I'll do a sense motive real quick. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know what I could say if I...
No,
it's just a coincidence.
it's just a
It's actually spelled with a K. My name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually full of silent letters. You should be aware of those.
Yeah. As from Montfarcy, you should know it's filled with silent letters.
The Marquis,
Wait.
looking at you, reversed into the mirror, and just through his own sort of stone-faced stoicism, doesn't really give away anything.
Dang.
Damn.
He appears to just be prodding.
Yes, I am related to that family.
Oh, interesting. We do not have much in common with the Vivanese families, unfortunately. issues of trading all the way down to Montfaucon and the interference of certain Dumadine
Yes.
privateers. But it is of interest to us to have a relationship to the gateway to the Sea of Sails. And if perhaps through showing an interest in this Sarugu
Sirugu, correct?
might lead to further conversations with your family, that would be something great interest to my government, yes.
I believe it would be of great interest to me and my family as well.
Very good. Perhaps we should make a meeting between myself and
Sada, Lady Sada. Sada Ryudo.
yes. She is excuse me, I do not know the
She is Sirugu.
positions.
She is Hadanese. Oh, she is the daimyo.
Daimyo, and the this is an equivalent to a local
Ruler.
lord of an island or multiple islands, a region, county.
Presently, it is the ruler of an island.
I see. But also the other islands. As
The
well.
other islands have their own independence, but they are
led by.
led by. We are not looking to conquer, only to liberate, as they say.
Of course. And in Montfaucons, you perhaps see a ally of similar persuasion.
An ally, perhaps of a similar persuasion, also an ally that has access to weapons that would be helpful in having us not get attacked by the Shogun and snuffed out like a candle.
He has a small smile. Yes, of course. Yes, I should think that I would like to meet your Sada Ryudo. Is she in the Twin Kingdoms now? Or?
Yes, she is.
Most convenient. Where is she staying?
Presently, we are staying at the palace.
Oh, really?
Yes, we
Such
are.
esteemed accommodations. This is
We
impressive.
are on good terms,
I did not realize.
Lady Dorna.
It comes to mind that there was a band of foreign adventurers that did assist, I believe, the Ironcrack family with some sort of internal issue.
Yes, that was part of our crew.
So you are them. Yes,
Not all of us. Some have died, some have, not came, other things. The way the world works.
My sympathy for your loss. But yes, I should like to meet them. Perhaps, as soon as I may. Maximilian. Clear my post-lunch meeting tomorrow. I think I shall call upon the palace to meet with the Sada Ryudo. Thank you for your visit, Monsieur de Sensi.
Thank you for your time.
It was scintillating. He nods at you.
All right.
As Maximilian guides you out.
All right. I swipe a croissant.
Oh,
You roll sleight of hand.
Okay.
It's very
Fail
protective
this.
of his croissants.
These are the most. Yeah, I'm about to lose my hand.
Yeah. He pulls his sword and cuts your hand off in one fell swoop.
Wait, where is the sleight of hand? Oh, it's a background skill now? Alright.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh
You
no,
go-
2.
Perception. You go to swipe a croissant, and as you do so, the gloved hand of Maximilian just lightly smacks at you. And
I apologize. I have just heard so many good things about the delicious croissants from Montfarcy. It is almost too tempting an offer to not attempt.
he shakes his finger in your face and goes, "No, no, 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 no. There's a fun this morning. Tomorrow you have fish."
Alright.
He leads you to the door, and you exit back out into the Twin Kingdoms.
I walk away. I'm like, ugh, the French.
Montfarcy.
I pull out some hand sanitizer.
Just start rubbing where he slapped you.
I change my clothes.
Yeah, you shake out your coat and just a ton of powder just shakes out. Where did it even come from? But yes, so that leaves Kasumi and Tatsu and Mario have gone to the palace. Suru and Akio, what are you doing currently?
I would assume that we've hit the joint and that we're lazing. Well,
It's a
I am-
bottle.
I assume that we've downed the spirits.
Well, where would you do that?
I
In a public restroom.
Hell yeah. The only way to do it.
We can't go in the same restroom though.
Oh
No.
no.
Well, I mean, there are unisex restrooms in.
Probably don't do it at the palace.
I was gonna say let's do it at the palace.
Don't do it at the palace. You're a diplomatic expedition.
Don't we have diplomatic?
I mean, I can't stop you. I am not there. Cesare is not your just. So
do we not have diplomatic immunity?
I mean,
You could test how far that goes.
You-
Got rid of the Montferrand flag.
All right. Well, if Prof is willing to let me listen to the snake in my ear, I would say we drink these spirits at the palace and see what happens. At best, we die.
that's
This has been
best.
very
Best.
hyped up.
what's it worst?
Shen really hyped this up to me, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking to someone else.
This is what Shin hyped up to you.
Sorry. Shen is a top laner.
Yeah, he described this as the good stuff. So he didn't
Some-
describe what it does.
Yeah, he said it takes you to another plane, essentially. Something to that effect.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason why we shouldn't do it somewhere cool like the palace. So let's go. It's a terrible idea.
But it's our idea, damn
It's
it.
entirely a terrible idea. So we may as well lean into it.
Yeah. Let's do it. At least if we knock out, we'll be somewhere safe, right?
That's not how-
No. That's not what's happening.
Well, we could have. Let's see. Who can we trust to watch us get?
Nobody.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Brisket.
Yeah. Why not?
So, Suru and Akio, you return to the palace and into the palace suite where you are, or the suite of suites that you are.
Let me just get ready to roll fortitude and
stay that.
constitution
And
and reflex, maybe.
Sada and Shinichi and Brisket are there. They're talking.
I'm playing Hanafuda with Brisket. But
The fuck
I
is
don't know
Hanafuda?
the rules anymore.
Oh,
I never knew the rules.
that's why you cheat.
Brisket is eating an apple. And
The apple is spicy.
but only a little.
They put paprika in this apple. I don't know how.
Why do they fill this apple with peppers?
Cinnamon.
It's
They
a totally normal apple.
injected hot sauce into the apple.
No.
You bite into it, and there's just full peppers inside of it somehow.
Ooh.
Some of those disgusting apples that you can get at carnivals, the candied apples.
Caramel apple?
Caramel apples, yeah, it's a caramel apple. He thinks, yeah.
Those aren't disgusting.
Yeah, those
I-
are great.
It's
I
good
hate
tastes
caramel
good.
on an apple.
They
I-
taste good, but I mean, every time I've ever gotten one, which is not
I-
very much,
Yeah.
I taste them and I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. And then I don't eat that thing. It's just
Yeah.
I really hate caramel, like a lot. Yes.
Ooh, what is wrong with you?
It's butter
I
and
really
sugar.
You
I
got bad takes.
you guys are aware I have a high sensitivity to sweets. Okay,
I d-
it's too
wasn't.
sweet for me. Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
keep that in my dossier about you.
Whatever.
It's in the
I-
front file. Yeah.
It's-
If I ever need to take out new,
it's one of those things that I can't eat because it's so disgustingly sweet that I throw up because of it.
All right.
But
I never knew caramel was just fucking sugar.
Anyway,
It's just
So,
sugar and
Akio
butter.
and
I never
Suru,
knew.
You arrive at the house. You find the three of them there. They go, you've returned.
Yes.
I don't know what Sada says because I don't control what she says.
Hi, Sada.
I say koi koi. And I just throw down a random card that has no meaning.
Brisket
you've
watches you
won.
do this and goes, Uno.
Y'all are having fun over there.
I don't.
I
think
don't
you can
remember
right.
the rules to this game.
I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, well, that's your fault.
I suppose so.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I just wave.
All right. So there are 8 suites for the 8 of you. Going into whichever, Akio's or Suru's, or you could do it in someone else's suite.
Isn't there a big common room?
There is a big common
Yeah.
room. That's the one that Sada and Shunichi and Brisket are currently sitting in.
Da-da-da-da-da. So,
So which room are we going to?
I don't really care which one.
Yeah, me neither. Makes no difference.
I'm just gonna roll a number between 1 and 2, and one is the closest.
Between 1 and 2.
And one,
It's 1.5.
Oh fuck.
and one is one is the room that is closest to us, and then 2 can be
All
the
right,
room
we'll
right
go
after.
to my room.
Okay,
There
there
we
we
go.
go. There we go.
We did it. We solved your room puzzle.
Okay. Good. You enter Suru's room. Room of rooms,
Hey.
rather. It's a suite. So, do you partake of the...
Yeah,
The elixir.
Yes, yes.
So-
I will.
it's a drink, correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to split it for
Okay.
him and myself an equal share.
All right.
Hand it to him.
You
Okay.
each have about half a thimbleful in a very small cup.
Listen,
Huh?
my expectation is that this is going to change your fucking life.
I see. Well, if it'll stop the nightmares.
I don't know if that's what's going to happen.
You
Hey,
made the
let's
character
find
a
out.
lot more intriguing.
I have like things to do with this character. I drink
Okay.
I drink the thimble.
As soon as he does, I do the same. And then we just stand here.
I don't feel anything.
Shit, this doesn't do anything.
Pour the bottle upside down over my mouth and shake it.
All right. You drink it. And it doesn't do anything.
Damn it. It's almost
What a-
like drugs need to be.
And then Suru, bothered that it hasn't done anything, you turn to Akio to complain about it not doing anything, and as you do so, your vision, it's like someone swiped a oil painting as you just everything gets blurred over in the direction that you're looking. And as Akio says, "Oh, you see the O emerge through the wall, and then burst into bubbles that all have O written on them."
Oh, okay.
At which point, your journey truly begins. You enter a space. A space between spaces.
Between space.
You feel like a ghost. In fact, you see ghosts.
Oh.
Spooky ghosts.
Oh no.
They're spooky.
Ah!
But then you don't see them anymore.
Oh.
Oh.
But then you see them again.
Ah!
Instead, you're in a massive, multicolored, but primarily silvery ocean.
Oh.
With no sky, the ocean is simply everywhere.
Huh.
Oh.
Alright. Yeah. Look at that.
Distantly, you think you see land masses, chunks of firmament, and spaces in the ocean of silvery colors that are instead an island of
Oh.
specific colors and images through them. You see one of verdant fields and trees, one of colonnades and buildings, one of chains, one of darkness.
I don't like that. I don't like darkness.
And looking behind you, you see discs. An infinite number of discs stretching out in either direction, all of them pasted right on top of each other as if they could not get any closer at all, but yet you can see each one distinctly. One is the world, Logos itself, and you can see, looking down into it, everything. You can see yourself sitting in the palace of the ziggurat, and then the disc next to it, everything is the same except there is no ziggurat, but the mountain, the contours of everything is all there, except it's all made out of fire. And then another one where instead of there being mountains, everything is just rock. Another where it's all water, and another where it's all clouds and air. And then beyond that, light and darkness and all these discs of varying things, and you realize you're seeing everything. The entire material planescape. The great pancake stack in the sky. And without the astral sea, the great, and sitting within them, the deific planes, each of them so far away, yet so close, you could touch them.
Hmm.
You reach out and grab Quietude and eat it like an apple.
Oh no.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
Oh.
No,
Good.
but it doesn't matter, because none of this is true. You could not actually do that, but you can look, and indeed Quietude is still there, safe and sound. What you actually ate? Nothing. But everything. Your mind is suddenly drowned in a sense of connection to the whole multiverse. All of the gods and demigods and all the mortals on the plains and every fae and every undead creature and everything that walks and thinks and feels is connected to you and to each other, and you bask in this feeling of intense oneness. Sada,
That's me.
Been about an hour. You have noticed that Saru and Akio haven't exited the room.
Yeah, wait. They
And
fucking.
also, Tatsu and Kasumi have just arrived with Mario Sensi.
Oh,
Hey.
shit. Mario.
Sada, it's good to see you. Is my uncle here?
No. I went out walking.
Oh, well,
Oh,
may I stay until he returns?
Sure. By the way, meet Frisket. If you're
Okay.
probably wondering about this.
I, to be honest, I had not noticed.
Wow.
His wife suppresses a tiny yelp.
Wow, rude.
I'm afraid I was not familiar with what you are. I am Skitterkin. That is all right. Yes, a fitting name. Uh, I'll wait here then
And this is Shinichi, who isn't a race that you don't know exists.
No, you are an Itran. Greetings. Yes.
Wait. So he didn't know what a skitterkin was, so he just didn't like perceive it?
You just didn't
What?
notice
No,
him at
he
first.
he was focused on Sada.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
So Sada, however, you still haven't
Yeah.
noticed.
Also, excuse me for a second though. I go over to Suru's room.
All right.
I knock on the door.
It's not a door so much as into her suite. There's a door into her bedroom within the suite, but
Okay.
separating the suite from the common room is actually just sort of a curtain.
Okay.
So parting it, you look in and you see Suru and Akio. They are stretched out on opposite cushioned seating areas. The arms just sort of at weird, janky angles, and they're both drooling as their eyes stick out at two different directions. It doesn't look super healthy. Occasionally, they have a slight spasm.
I slowly close the curtain.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, at this point, Cesare, you return to the palace. And eventually returning to the suites, you find your nephew there.
Mario!
Oh, Uncle Cesare, it's truly good to see you.
It is so good to see you. How have you been? I've heard bad, but surely some good too.
Well, my journeys have been most edifying, but yes, that's of recent my life has found itself more difficult. Um, I do not know if you feel comfortable discussing the family with in front of your compatriots.
Depends. Do you feel comfortable? Because you know what kind of I'm going to be delivering.
Yes. Yes. I see. Well, they would be helping you, yeah?
If yes.
Then perhaps it is best if everyone knows.
All right, very well. Then what is it, Mario?
Well, what you first must know is that recently My brother was killed in a accident. My elder brother.
Yes.
Uh,
And this is
in
something that
Albania.
Luella suspects that the Morosinis are responsible for.
Yes. I personally do not, but I'm not head of the family. And the mother is accruing strength to, I think, attempt to get revenge, which could potentially have disastrous effects for the entirety of Even, not to mention our family.
I see.
And I don't know what to do to amend this situation.
Well, I mean, what kind of revenge are we talking here?
I
Because
think she might be wanting to overthrow the Grand Prince.
Cesare is like
Damn
inside
it,
being
that was
like,
my plan.
that's my. She's always stealing my thing.
Oh my god.
Interesting. And that would be bad, right? Is that what we're saying?
The conflict between two of the five families open in the streets of Even,
Is bad.
thousands would die.
Yeah,
And that's bad.
that's bad. And we don't want that.
No.
So
And further, if the Morosinis win, our family would be guilty of treason. They'd seize all of our assets and, well, obviously that would also be bad.
yes, that would be bad. I agree with that one. That would be bad.
Mother is running a risk of killing herself. But
That would be bad. Eh,
he rolls sense motive.
that would be bad.
Yes, but there is a more important thing that I need to discuss with you. We have a major issue. My man that I had at the docks to report to me when you arrived was watching for the red carafe. And did you come on the red carafe?
I did.
He never reported to me.
Well, then you have a problem.
Yes. I will
Interesting.
reach out and try to find out perhaps what happened to him immediately after your arrival. I have, well, people watching my people occasionally.
Indeed.
And
It is necessary in this line of work.
it may be that I might need some more
Help, protection.
assistance of a more of a type that I am not particularly capable of myself.
I see. Violence.
Yes. As much as I love to admit it, yes. If this should get back to the Morsinis, that you are here and that I am meeting with you, and it would potentially be a disaster.
Hopefully the other news doesn't get back to them.
What
is
other
the
news?
That we have Valentino.
That's good news. They should find out about that, to be
You
honest.
have Valentino?
Yeah.
It's a long story, but basically he came into Sarugu after me because he's always
I
been
know
obsessed
that
with
he
me.
had
Yes.
chased you after Cesare shot
Yeah.
his father, who is still in a coma, by the way.
Good.
keep going, though.
Finally, some good news.
So it came down to this whole showdown. Most of his team died. We thought he died for a bit there, but he turned out to be alive. And then so we took him and locked him up in Hayatetsu.
Hayatetsu being...
It's the place.
Yes, it's the capital of Sarugu.
Oh, I see. Oh, so he is your prisoner?
Yes.
Yep.
Unless that's changed, but I would hope it hasn't.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Oh my god, you have a hostage Morosini.
I know.
All right, that changes things. And at this point, Pow, you and Pascal,
Roll through.
yes, waddle into the room.
Dignified. All right.
And I presume collapse into the nearest soft object, but
Yep.
right, you do so. Mario watches you and goes, "Yes, so that will need to be done quickly."
I see. And then we need to stop Luella from attacking the Morosinis.
Well, I would think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, Luella's going to, excuse me, attack the Morosinis.
No. That would be absurd. Of course not.
Oh, yeah, that would be absurd.
It would be absurd. Of course, that's not what's happening.
Because if it was to happen, the Morosinis kind of suck, and
They do kind of suck, that's true.
yeah, I don't really like them.
Not very many people like them. Except for themselves. And that's really all that counts. Self-care, I think, is the most important kind.
And thus, now that 2 of your party members are in a drug-induced coma, one of your party members is in a food coma, and the remaining 3 are completely all right, but also have an appointment with a Montfarset ambassador.
Yeah,
The
Sarah
next
needs
day.
to tell us about that.
I tell you about it.
Ah, interesting.
You have a major issue in that you need to figure out what happened to Mario's spy on the docks,
Yeah.
or else
It
you
was
could
Luigi.
potentially have a
We got all these problems. We got to figure out what happened to the Mario spy. We got to deal with Frisket and the dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk to the French gun people.
That's right. The gun folk.
Akio and Suru are tripping out on drugs.
We're plane walking.
He walks into the room at that moment.
Okay, but these are things that will be figured out next week.
All right.
Well, I won't be there.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Where are you
Well-
going?
I'm going to Bulgaria.
Wow.
Oh, have fun.
Rude.
My people.
That's right. I'm going to Jake's people.
yes, not
Find my
his grandparents. All right. Well, say hello to your grandmother and grandfather and their bizarre toilet.
Yeah. Say hi. Say hi to the poop
Hey,
shelf.
Say hello to the toilet. All right,
Yeah.
very well.
Wait,
Wait, what?
Is it wedding season yet? Because if it's wedding season, you should try to find a procession. And just
I'm
join
not. It's at a ski resort.
Bulgarian
Oh.
wedding season.
They're just gonna have a normal toilet.
No, the toilet's messed up.
What?
That part's true.
What's so odd about? Oh wow,
It's-
these
It's a
toilets
German
are-
thing.
What? What is it? Is it like
Shelf?
a bit?
The shelf for your poo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
It's
thing
in the
called.
toilet.
There's a style of toilet in Europe.
You know what?
It's-
You know what? No.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Yeah,
No.
I think a shelf for my poop is enough.
Mhm.
To yeah, I don't need that.
I mean,
Okay.
alternatively,
No.
you do.
No. Stop. Have fun.
It's pretty
Fruit.
simple, actually. It's actually just to check the
No.
Yeah, it
I
is just to
poo.
check.
It's just to check the poo for like worms and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
Well,
enough.
yeah, and for checking if it's shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. That's smart. Okay. Have fun, fruit.
I will. Goodbye.
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 What a
Well,
wonderful way to say
actually,
goodbye.
that will work out. So we will still have a session
Goodbye.
next weekend.
All right.
Mhm.
And so until then, I hope you enjoyed this session.
Yes.
I had fun.
Apologies for those who were a little bit underrepresented during most of the session. I understand. Since you guys split up, it was a thing that I had to focus on individual groups. But now that you're all reunited, you'll be able to accomplish your 5 goals.
Yeah. Wait, what's my goal?
The group has 5 goals.
Okay. I was like, did I make a goal? Because I thought I accomplished it.
You have to figure out Brisket and the dwarves. You have to talk to the Montfaucon's ambassador. You have to deal with Akio and Suru being conked out on drugs. You have to deal with Pao and Pascal being incapacitated by stakes. And you have to figure out what happened to Mario's man, which is perhaps the most
and that
pressing and
priority.
important.
No, that's the least pressing. We gotta figure out.
Yeah.
Intrigue.
Gotta figure out the food,
Intrigue.
food coma first.
Actually, yes. Well, you can figure out your priorities
Oh,
next
man.
week. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Till next time.